Hello people, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Sorin, and today's video we're gonna take a look at the Onslaught wargame announced it an hour ago. They made a beautiful video. Let's watch together and see what they have to offer this year.
A new season is coming in April,
In
and it's
April.
called the Crimson
The
Griffin.
Crimson Griffin,
It will be a continuation of the previous season of Onslaught, and will carry
which I think
on
was
the
called again the
traditions of
Griffin.
competitive mode. We plan to test some new game mechanics and introduce a few changes.
So for the one that doesn't know, this one is a 7v7 where you have some little skills and perks that you can use. You have to control, for example, the communication tower that gives you for 10 seconds or 3 seconds, like it puts everyone on the minimap. So you have some
This
little
season
things that
before the
advantage you
launch of
in
the
this
next one in the fall.
game.
Let's take a look at what's new.
What's new? I mean, impress
The
me.
main mode rules remain the same. 7v7 clashes in Tier
Alright.
10 vehicles using role skills and capturing points of interest.
There you go,
So
roll
generally
skills.
speaking, everything sounds familiar. However, a number of changes aimed at making Onslaught even more diverse and interesting await you
Ooh.
this season. Some of them will be actively tested and might remain in the mode permanently.
Ooh. What's that
One
wargaming?
such feature, modifiers.
Modifier. What's that wargaming?
Modifiers
Show
are
me.
special tools that change some vehicle parameters within Onslaught.
What? 25% extra vehicle durability and 45 seconds consumable cooldown? Let me know what's going on over here. That
This is a
sounds
great
broken.
opportunity for players to diversify their usual vehicle selection, roll out in interesting but forgotten vehicles, and try out some new winning tactics. 2 modifiers will be added to Onslaught during the common test. They will change vehicle hit points as well.
So now you're gonna have 25% more hit points. But is this good thing gonna, is like, can you use it if you want, or is it gonna be forever?
Well as the cooldown time of consumables. They might stay in the mode after testing, but it will depend on the data gathered from the common test, and of course, player feedback.
Alright.
So if players don't like the modifier mechanic,
Alright.
it won't be introduced. If they think it's interesting, however, it will definitely.
I think we need to play in the super test to test this out, but if everyone will have 25% hit points increase, which means, for example, now, let's say the Foch B that can do 2400 damage, which means it will not be able to clip anything. It's like it can only clip some light tanks, but most of the minions is gonna struggle to clip them entirely, so that is gonna change. The battle will last longer, which I think that's gonna be much better because there are not gonna be as many raffle stamps, and I think it's gonna be weird for the people because now you're not gonna fire as much heat. You're gonna fire even more, and you're gonna make actually you're not gonna make that much of a less, because if you're gonna do 6,000-7,000 damage in battle, you are gonna make tons of credits with the premium account, with the boosters, with everything. So yeah, I think this is gonna be like really profitable.
They see the light of day in the upcoming season of Onslaught. The main tools that players use on the battlefield are role skills,
Yeah.
some of which have been reworked for the new season.
Is it?
For example, the One for All skill. If you're playing breakthrough heavies, but your team also has vehicles with different roles, this skill will now increase the major qualification of crew members. The more diverse.
So and now you need to have, like, to be competitive, actually for this skill to be really competitive, you need to have the light tank, you need to have the tank destroyer, the medium, the heavy, and the self-propelled gun, which I don't recommend playing the self-propelled gun. It's not good for your allies.
Your lineup, the higher the bonus. For tracked light tanks, support TDs and support heavy tanks, the role skill
Will this mean
at level 1 is now available from the very start.
Will this mean that you can, like, the timer just ticked and everyone started, which means you can perma spot? Actually, you can spot the enemy bases to see what was their setup
Of battle. For assault medium tanks, the Fury skill will now also provide a bonus to stabilization in addition to its current bonuses.
They rework those things
The
quite a
Inspire
bit.
skill for versatile medium tanks has become
25%
a global skill
bonus.
that affects all allies on different parts of a map and can work with other role skills.
Damn.
The Bullseye skill will now increase the damage caused by sniper tank destroyers, as long as they remain unspotted. On top of introducing modifiers and making changes to roll skills, we've added two new maps,
Come on.
Glacier and Airfield, which have been adjusted for Onslaught. Now they have points of interest, and the locations of
Actually, no, they changed the airfield, so it's not that bad anymore.
spawn points were changed. Other maps also got their fair share of balance changes, which will now require testing. This is why their improvements will be made based on player feedback from the common test, and will continue right up to the release. Follow the news on our website to keep up with important changes. But no matter which map you fight on, the most important thing is being able to rely on your teammates.
I thought the most important thing is to have fun. I thought that's what game you main promoting, but no, you need to rely on your allies.
That's why enjoyable changes are also coming to the Super Platoon system.
Holy moly, what's going on?
Players with different ranks can now be in the same Super Platoon. For example, you can play with tankers who are in the Gold and Champion ranks while being a debutante yourself. Secondly, solo players and platoons of several players won't be matched against Super Platoons anymore. The matchmaker will only create battles for a super platoon.
I'm kind of skeptical about this thing. And that is because, let's say for example this problem, let's say that the 60 TP it's an average player and he can only make like up to 600 points, let's say. If you platoon up with 6 people from the debutant, or actually not the debutant, the elite league, which have like 900, 1,000 points, and you fight something like the same point, will this mean that you can boost the people that cannot make it above 600 points or something like that? It's really interesting about this factor, but it's a really early point, and I don't know, I'm just skeptical about it. And I'm skeptical because there's so much boosting in all of tanks. It's like every day I'm receiving a message, oh my god, when I boost your profile, and I was like, no.
The minimap and voice chat with some changes will help players communicate with their team. Now, if a player enables or disables voice chat, their choice will be remembered for the next battle. This way, the most sociable players won't forget to give a pep talk at the start of a match. And if you're not a big talker, the increased ping limit on the minimap will let you give many orders. Super Platoon players have no ping limit at all.
Alright, so now if you wanna show for the... usually the commander shows that the trail, which you can take to break through a flank, the same use as the... how it's called, as the Clan Wars. They're gonna ping like a million times, but for the random skew, I think it's only 5 or 6. That's what I usually have because I'm playing with mods, and usually my restriction is at the 5 because there's gonna be someone who's like bang 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 ping on you. So I have a limit for that. I'm not really sure for the for the basic version, but I think that's kind of cool.
Before, you'll be getting rewards from 2 reward lines.
Ooh.
The first line was changed, and instead of a victory progression, weekly missions available only in Onslaught await you. These missions have rewards like days of...
So that is 100 to 25, 350, 475,000 credits per week. Times that by 5, that's like 2.5 million. So you can break even if you play a lot of this. Then you get a day of premium. That's actually really nice. So that's 5 days of premium, and 150 to 50 bonds per week, which is around 1,250, which is quite of okay. And on top of that, you get another 3 days, something like a Brammer or something like that, the credit boosters and the universe training manual.
Premium account, credits, and bonds,
okay,
as well as special lucky chips for which various in-game items will be credited to you.
What's that about game? Tell me.
The second line of rewards will be given for your rank achievements, and they include dog tag elements.
Oh my god, badges, the most important
thing. Decals, and the crimson version of the Wing and Claw progressive 2D style. Depending on your rank, the appearance of all elements will change, highlighting your mastery.
Oh, that's actually so sick. This one.
Among other players, elements will the appearance of all elements will change.
Come on.
Highlighting your
Yes, this one is so beautiful. Oh my god, I want to get. What is this one called? I think it's like second
mastery
to last.
among other players.
Holy
The
moly,
Crimson
that's
Griffin
so
season
beautiful.
will start very soon. Now's
Very
the
so
time
how
for all
soon
the
it's
newcomers to immerse themselves in the
it's
mode,
March.
and for
It's
veterans to
22nd of
warm
March
up
actually.
before the launch of Onslaught in the fall.
Ah, boom, I'm
Forward to
right.
glory.
Okay, so running from April. How is that soon enough? That's like freaking a month or 4 weeks if you're gonna take it that way. Yeah, that's not really soon, is it? So, which means you can have enough time to to grind yourself the Super Conqueror, to grind yourself the VZ55, or grind anything that you might find overpowered. Where I'm gonna make a video about what are gonna be the best vehicle that you can play in the Crimson Griffin. So stay tuned for that. So you're gonna have from April 19 to May the 28th, which I think is the same as last year's, where you had 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, of the ranked or Crimson Griffin or Onslaught, however you call it. New mechanics, okay. Qualification battles, fall of 20. What is the fall? I'm not sure. Is this the spring or is this the autumn? Oh yes, it's in the autumn. Prepare some cool stuff, so stay tuned. Okay. More diverse tactic and dynamic battles to special combat modifiers. Best thing, but first things first. Okay. Inspire. Some of these got reworked as they mentioned. Perfect combat modifiers. The HP pulse of our vehicles eligible for Onslaught will be 25%. But that's the question for me. Is this gonna be for every battle, or is it gonna be something that they stick to Onslaught, but can you disable it? It's like if you don't wanna play, if you wanna play with your E100 to have 3000 hit points, can you play like that? Or all the how it's called, all the battles have the E100 to have 3000 by 125, that is 3750. um yeah, so I'm not really sure about this. I might have like a ridiculous mistake, but I don't think you can disable it, or can you? Other than that, that's actually gonna be okay if you have 25% hit points. I mean, as I mentioned, if you're gonna make the mistake, then it's not gonna be as painful as it was before, and the battle will last longer. Um, and consider there are only 7 vehicles, then pretty much all HP matters. They increase the HP, okay, and that's pretty much it. There is the thingies, you got the rewards. Debutant. Okay, so you get yourself the free rental of the 5A, the E50, and the E4. That's actually quite good vehicles that you pick. You got obviously the dog thing. There is the 2D Crimson style. The camouflage is actually no. This one is the one that I like. Oh, and if you get to the champion link, you get yourself the 25 bonds per day. So let's say you get in the first week, then you have you get like 28 days to get, which means 28 by the 25, that is roughly 750 bonds on top of that. So make sure you get to the champion, and the legend gets 50. So make sure you get to the legend as soon as possible, because you're gonna get yourself pretty much like 1500 bonds on top of that, which is really really nice. You get the missions, the weekly missions, you get the credits and the bonds. So yeah, you're gonna make lots of bonds and credits on this. There's the lucky chip, okay, especially in game currency, and lucky chips throughout the season to grab the most valuable prizes of the second line. A brand new, oh my god, why is it so valuable? The 2D styles, like some people don't even care about the 2D styles. A universal training guide, okay, that's actually okay. And the what premium account, that's really important, of course. Another sweet goodies. Your rewards for earning lucky chip will be credited automatically. Once you have a certain number of lucky chips, you'll instantly receive a valuable in-game item. Will this gonna be like a tier 9 premium? Will this be the rammer? What is this in-game valuable item? Because what game is I even like the repair kit is valuable, you know. Then you get yourself some decals, or actually not the emblem. Cause yourself the tier 3 premium 550,000 HP. That's actually a lot, so you need to play like 100 battles on that um, to get yourself this devastating. Then you get fight 50 battles, it's not that bad. 700 base points and points of interest. You need to capture a total of 370 points of interest as a team. Okay. That's what actually some hard emblems to get and decal as well. I don't know. It's okay. I mean, obviously, you're gonna play the game usually, and on top of that, you get those inscriptions as well. So it's not a big deal. In-game customization rewards, the 2D style. Bro, this style looks sick. I mean, it looks beautiful. Especially this one. I fall in love with this one. There is the map rebalancing. There is obviously the glacier and the airfield, which they got rework for this mod. There is a split pattern that we're getting talked about, the mini map and the vehicle rentals. On top of that, really important, you can make yourself the battle pass points, which I think for the last event where you had to win 160 battles to get yourself the bond turbocharger. Pretty much you had to play 300 battles, and if you manage to finish by top 5, let's say, or top 3, you get yourself like 1200 battle pass point, which are around 24 stages. So it is important that I can make battle pass point. That's actually really, really nice. So this is the preview of the Onslaught for gaming. It's it's balancing the things here and out. They're reworking stuff. I really like that. And make sure that you stay tuned for the channels where I'm gonna make a review of the tier 10s, which you should grind. Actually, you should have in your garage for this Crimson Griffin event. I'm gonna grind myself some vehicles as well because I don't have the most tier 10s, let's say like that. And on top of that, the changes with the 25% hit points, that's gonna be interesting to see how those turn out. Without further ado, this was the video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see legends in the next one. Bye bye.